Can we give it up for us, please? I tell you, if this media stuff doesn't work out for you, you got a job at GQ, brother. You know that. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. This is such a great honor. This is over our 15 years that we've been doing this. Obviously, with COVID, we had to take back a couple years with no events. I just want to recognize my dear friend Simon Shaquette here from Channel 7 Anchor, Channel 7 News. He's always told our story. He was basically, they say when you want your story to be told, you tell it yourself. But Simon has been telling our story, so I appreciate you, Simon, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to thank you for being here this evening, your presence and telling of the great work this organization has been doing. I want to congratulate all our awardees. They are all very special individuals that work every day to do God's work. I want to thank our sponsors, especially our underwriters, Specialty and Team Wellness. Yusuf Al-Madri, where are you? Please stand up. Thank you. Thank you for all your wonderful things. And the CEOs of Team Wellness, Tony Policello. I don't think he's here this night, but thank you so much, Tony. You've always been a sponsor and a friend and a brother. We appreciate you. We couldn't keep our doors open without your support and effort and believe in what we do and our mission that what we do. I want to thank our dynamic board. We get the things out there. This is one hell of a dynamic board. I really appreciate, and I ask that you all stand up, our board members. I know some of our board members, some of them are in Mackinac Conference, some of them are dealing with some personal tragedy, but please stand up and please give an applause to our wonderful board members. These are very important individuals. They don't have to do what they do, but they do it, volunteer their work each and every day, to give to the cause, to give back to the community, and do God's work each and every day. So thank you. Thank you, our board members. Lastly, I want to thank our esteemed Executive Director, Miriam Sharara. Please give her a round of applause. She's been doing a wonderful job. I know she has. She's been working her ass off for the last couple of months, so we appreciate you, Miriam. I know you're doing some wonderful things, so we thank you. I know we are missing a few regulars this evening. We have the Mackinac Conference that's going on. You see a lot of your state dignitaries that are not going to be here, your state reps, some of the federal folks. But they wanted to give their apologies for not being here this evening. We understand that. Some of our board members, there's a lot of graduation parties going on as well. So if you don't see some of our normal board members, it's because they're attending their family and their children's graduation parties. We can't blame them for that. But we still have a sold-out crowd tonight, so thank you all for being here, and thank everyone that's been a part of this. It is an honor to stand here before you today to highlight the vital work that the Arab American Civil Rights League, an organization that has been at the forefront of advocating for justice, equality, and civil rights for the Arab Americans and communities across the nation. Since its founding of over a decade and a half ago, the ACRL has been a beacon of hope, of resilience. In a time when our communities face discrimination, profiling, and marginalization, the ACRL emerged as a powerful voice fighting to ensure that our civil rights are recognized, protected, and celebrated. Through advocacy, education, and activism, the ACRL has worked tirelessly to combat Islamophobia, xenophobia, and racial profiling, standing as a shield for our community's dignity and rights. Over the years, the ACRL has played a pivotal role in shaping policy, challenging unjust laws, and raising awareness about the diverse cultures and histories of Arab Americans. Whether through community outreach, legal actions, or protecting grassroots protests, ACRL has demonstrated unwavering dedication to justice. For those of you folks that are speaking, please give a little silence. This is important, what we do each and every day, so let's hear this out, please. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Today, as we gather in a time of ongoing conflict and human suffering and the genocide that is taking place in real time in Gaza, the work of the ACRL takes on even a greater significance as the words of the great civil rights Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Those words ring home more than ever these days. We remember the innocent civilians, the children whose lives have been cut short, the urgent need for peace and justice in the region. The plight of Gaza reminds us of the importance of advocating for human rights everywhere, and the responsibility that we have to stand in solidarity with those suffering under occupation, violence of almost 8 years. And yes, for Sudan and Congo as well. All individuals are suffering around the world. Moreover, the spirit of activism continues within our communities and campuses. The student protesters across this country have been courageously raising their voices, calling for justice, peace, and the end of violence. These are the same, thank you can clap to that. These are the same individuals that are going to be our future leaders, our future senators, our future legislatures, Congress folks, presidents. These are the same individuals, the colleagues that we know that the students from the times of apartheid to the Vietnam War to Black Lives Matter to now to Gaza, they've always been on the side of history. So don't underestimate the power of the students. You can't call them stupid or dumb or isolate them because they know very well these are the most educated, most smartest kids in the country. You can't tell them that what you're doing is wrong. That's why they are so important to this cause. Moreover, the spirit of activism continues within our communities. Today we gather not just as individuals, but as a diverse community bound by the shared commitment to justice, compassion, and the unwavering belief in the dignity of every human being. It is this moment that we speak about courage, the courage to stand against injustice, to uplift those whose voices are silenced, and to prioritize humanity and personal gain. This is what it's all about. You put humanity and justice before your career and your capitalism and everything else. That's why our awardees are here tonight. Cori Bush gave up her career as a United States Congresswoman. Sean King was banned on Instagram for basically doing the right thing, talking about Gaza. 6 million followers, and they banned him. All of these awardees, from Paul Abadi to Chad New, and all these people stood in their thing to do the right thing. That's what ACRL is about. That's what justice is about. Please give them all a round of applause. Across the world, and especially in Gaza, we see the profound struggles of people facing unimaginable adversity. Innocent lives cut short, children dreaming of peace, families yearning for safety, children burning alive, mothers burying their entire family in just one evening. No doubt Gaza has become the world's slaughterhouse. And make no mistake about it. This isn't a conflict. This isn't a war. This is a goddamn slaughterhouse. What's going on in Gaza? A slaughterhouse made predominantly of children and women. Yet it feels at times the world can do nothing to stop this hell on earth partaking on humanity. Of the many stories and pictures and videos that we see on a daily basis in real time, a genocide is happening. It reminds us of all our collective responsibility. True courage lies not in silence or apathy, but in action, standing with those who suffer, advocating for those rights, and refusing to turn away. In the face of such hardship, it is easy to be overwhelmed. Yet history has taught us it is often the smallest acts of bravery that ignite the greatest change. Courage is choosing empathy over indifference, hope over despair, humanity over careerism and complacency. It's about recognizing that our shared humanity transcends borders, politics, and prejudice. Let us honor those who have put compassion above personal ambition, activists, medics, volunteers, and everyday press heroes, who risk everything to serve others. Their sacrifices remind us that true leadership is rooted in the service, and that standing up for justice is the noblest endeavor. To those in position of influence, and there's many of you in here, I urge you, use your platform to amplify the voices of the oppressed. Prioritize the well-being of humanity over personal or political gain. Remember, history will remember not just the titles you hold, but more importantly, the moral courage you embody. And to every individual listening today, find your courage, speak out against injustice, extend kindness where it's most needed, and let us be the beacons of hope, champions of peace, advocates for a future where dignity and human rights are universal. In closing, let us be inspired in the resilience of those who are suffering in Gaza and around the world, who endure unimaginable hardships. Let their courage ignite our own. Because when we choose to put humanity first, we forge a path toward a more just and compassionate, united world. As we look to the future, let us reaffirm our commitment to advocacy, education, and solidarity, the struggles faced by our brothers and sisters in Gaza, the fight against discrimination here at home, and the ongoing efforts by student activists. Let all are interconnected threads in the fabric of justice that we must continue to weave. Thank you, and God bless you. I appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight.